you will definitely see changes and you will definitely see results just simply by making that one step, that's saying, let me see what is possible. Now, for most people, that is difficult. The hardest thing is stepping outside of your comfort zone because even though you might not, well, they call it the comfort zone, not necessarily because it's comfortable, it's just familiar and it's what you know and you're used to it. And so taking that first step to step outside of what you're used to and what you know is the biggest step. But once you do that, you will see a whole new world and things will start opening up and you will see opportunities and situations that you wouldn't normally see. It's all about our perception. So when you are looking at things a certain way, that's all that will come into your perception. But once you open up to new and different things, then you can see a whole new world will open up for you. But part of the process that I take people through is first figuring out what their purpose is, creating a vision so you know exactly what it is that you want, and then setting goals to help you around that. So there is a process, but the first step is really to work on people's mindset and to help them to see that there's a different world or that there's a different possibility and that the things that we really do is not necessarily based off of our own personal belief and experience. It's actually based off of other people's belief and experience. So knowing yourself and getting to know what do you believe? What do you believe is possible for you? And what do you want? So you really have to figure out what it is that you want. And I take them through that process of creating a vision for their own life and to know what they want, not from society's point of view, but from their own point of view. If you can remember when you were a child, like you just, anything was possible. No one could tell you that you couldn't do anything. You just tried something and it worked, then you moved on to the next. So, really, going back to when you were a child, like having that childlike mindset that anything is possible and just creating a vision from that mindset, not from a limited mindset, not from society's mindset or what you think is possible for you, but going back there and creating what you want and really figuring it out and creating a blueprint for your life. You really have to just go back and restart your life and re-figure out what it is that you want to create in your life, what it is that you want, what is the outcome that you want, not what people think you can do, not what you believe you can do, but what is possible is anything. So what do you want? So you really have to go back and break down the process and figure that out. But it's again, it's a lot of changing our beliefs, changing our mindset, because a lot of those, it's not ours, it didn't come from us, it came from the society we live in and our community.
Yeah, that's true. And we inherited them and they control us. So you were saying something relating to the COVID-19 and what people pass through there. That is really quite challenging. And I do think that there are going to be consequences for that even. Because all this memory that we sort of put in our head, sometimes on our own and sometimes by the forces of cohesion that we cannot control. But they have consequences anyway. So we're going to have to deal with it at a point. Talking of dealing with it, talking of being able to come out from the situation that we find ourselves, when you realize that you wanted to change your life, change your way of living, instead of just working to pay B, now you have what we can refer to as a second chance. So you redefine your life, living it more on a purpose. I want to believe that there are some things you didn't know how to do at the time, like learning how to be a coach and learning how to deal with people as a coach. The question is, how did you learn it? What did you do to be able to equip yourself with the knowledge that you needed?
Okay, so I you have to approach it was something new that I've never done before. And so I had to go back and approach it as a process of something new, and I'm just learning. And so the first step that I had to take was to get myself certified as a life coach, because in reality, even though I wanted to help people and I had this deep burning desire to help people, I really didn't know how to be a life coach. And so that was the first step that I took, was getting myself, finding a school, getting myself certified as a life coach so that I can actually make the impact that I want to help, and to be able to help people to make that change. That was the first thing that I did. And so the school I went to, which was actually very good, because it also, not only did it teach me how to be a coach, it also helped me personally with my transformation and my self growth and development as well personally. So that was twofold. So that was one of the things. And I before that, I did take some coaching courses, some life coach coaching as well. So I did have to do personal development, because I believe that if I'm going to be helping people to change their life and to do these things, that it is something that I also have to experience. And being a coach and being a transformational coach, it's, as I said, it's not about just motivation and inspiration. It's actually living and doing the things. And I believe that I had to actually experience these things in order to help people through that process and experience growth and transformation myself personally, in order to help people to be able to do that and to take them through that process. So that's one of the things. And I personally, I love reading, I love growing. And so personal growth has always been something that was part of my life. And that won't stop. I will always, you'll never learn everything, but I'm always taking courses and I'm always learning. And I want to be able to help my clients the best way that I can. So I'm always learning and growing myself personally. So that was one of the things that was very important to me, to be able to um, learn what it is to be a coach and how to be able to make the impact that I want, not just go out there and kind of just go online and figure it out. There are a lot of coaches out there, and there are a lot of people, like you said, there's a lot of noises on the internet, but I know the calling that I have on my life and the things that I'm supposed to do, it's to actually impact people and make a difference. And I feel that having the training, the knowledge, and the experience will allow me to be able to do that. So that was the first step that I took. After I had that experience, I just got a school immediately and went through that process.
Thank you so much for that.